I don't know where my fan is. So.
Yeah. I don't know if my fan's in the state. I'm going to be honest.
Not in the state.
In the state.
Oh, no.
I don't know how y'all manage it here in Fiji without a fan because it's hot to death.
I'm dying.
Whew.
I'm dying. That's what's happening, Lana.
Well, hello,
I've become
hello,
a
hello.
full-blood reptile.
Well, that makes sense. That tracks. Hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real amity in reality, and where you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am currently just drinking a little water because we're in Fiji. Hydration is important. It's hot here. You gotta keep it up. So drink lots of water. But if I was drinking anything else, I would probably be drinking out of my cup mug. Ooh, panel full of cup mugs. Panel full of cup mug. Beer, 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 beer. Beer, 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 beer. All right. And you can get your cup mug or any of our cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com, where we do ship internationally and domestically here in the US. So there are no excuses. So, all of you watching Deal or No Deal Island, get your cup merch. Period. And per.
Exactly. I got to see firsthand via the computer that I'm on right now the cup socks, and they look very, very lovely. I haven't gotten any yet, but I definitely plan to. But hello, hi, and also hello. I'm Logan. We're facing something gay. Gay. I am drinking water as well because it is very hot here in Fiji. But I'm also drinking a Monster energy drink out of my tumbler because it's just one of those days.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm dying. It's fine. Everything is fine.
And my name is Jack. I'm the resident game designer of the panel, and yeah, I also can't shoot a crossbow because that was an expected skill in the show.
I can't climb a tree either, so we're screwed.
Nope.
And I have water with probiotics.
Oh.
Ooh.
It tastes like blueberry lemonade, kind of.
The kind of for me. Ah, cute.
So we're here talking Deal or No Deal Island, episode 2. Things happened, things went on. But before we dive deep into it, let me just say this. Subscribe to this channel. You're here. We appreciate you. We see you. We love you. Subscribe to the channel. It takes less than a second to hit that button to say you want to know when we will drop all of our videos. You might want to hit that notification bell too, because we got stuff coming at you constantly. Almost all things reality coming almost every single day. So hit that bell here. If you're a fan of drag or drag race of any kind, go to our main channel at the Cup Pod, hit the notification bell and the subscribe button as well. And you can get all the information because there's a lot of stuff coming out over there as well. And if you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, we have a channel for you also, the Cup ESC. And stuff is happening over there. Like constantly stuff is happening over there because we're wrapping up in the Eurovision season, song contest season, and songs have to be out in the next couple weeks. So songs are coming out constantly. So they got a lot of videos to record and a lot of content to give to you guys. So check that out. If you want to join the Tea Room, which is our membership page channel, go to the main channel at the Cup Pod, hit the join button. $5 a month gives you exclusive content, things that probably won't come out on the general channel, or you'll get the first look at some things that will come out on the channel. So check that out. You can check it out here, or you can go join our Patreon page. It's the link, and all of that will be in the link tree description below. So check all of that out. So there we have it. Now, let's jump into Deal or No Deal Island because as we saw on our way out last week, we saw Branson just out.
Yeah.
Branson just gone.
Bye.
But
Yeah, I mean, the
Bye.
two things that we knew about him is that he was a poker player and he knew of Boston Rob, and that was about it.
He has a family.
Oh yeah, and he has a family,
yeah.
That's
like most people.
what?
People have families these days?
Yeah, I know, crazy
believe it.
thought.
Wow.
But
Wow.
and this
Wild.
episode does not get any better.
I'm just gonna bring people up.
Great.
I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. A little bit better.
Well, you gotta change it over in order to get it, Lana.
I know. That's why I did. That's why I changed it. But I like that one better. So Branson's gone. And we get the morning of the next morning, and everybody's waking up like, oh, it's a good morning. I don't know if it's a good morning yet because the banker's going to give us some BS. I don't know. We get some conversations happening between Rob and Aaron, and they're talking about how they are each other's number one. They're excited to be there, and Aaron's the king of the castle now. He walks around and everybody's like, Aaron, oh my God, you're so great. Oh my God, you're so great. And I was like, okay, sure.
No.
Sure, Aaron.
No. I'm gonna be honest. This episode soured me on a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
Me too. I will be like, ooh, not.
A lot of people I was like, oh.
Yeah, same. We have a conversation with Kim and Jamil. They're talking, and Kim is like, yeah, I kind of think. I mean, she said, I watch so much reality TV. I know how people play, especially Rob. I watch him play. I know how he plays. And she tells Jamil, Rob needs to go as soon as possible. And Jamil is like, first, at the beginning of the conversation, she's like, yeah, so, yeah, sure, And the second she mentions Rob, he goes,
yeah.
Genuinely, when this conversation started, I was like, who is this man?
I knew who he was. I'm not gonna do that to Jamil. I knew who he was. He had some time in the first episode for us to know who he is. But the second he did that, and the second we looked at Kim's face, I was like, oop, and that is where he effed up.
Just absolutely, as Kim is telling you, hey, I don't trust Boston Rob. We should get him out. Going, oh my God, I'm not certain on that, is a great way for Kim to immediately start targeting you. Like, all you had to do was say yes, okay.
Even if you don't see, this is the thing I think people forget about these shows. You can bounce checks on these shows. It doesn't matter. You can lie directly to somebody's face, even if you don't mean it. Like, absolutely. Yeah, he has to go. I mean, if he's everything you say he is, then sure, he has to go. And be like, and in that moment, she'll feel like, oh, I got this person on my side, even if they don't have you on their side. Like, but to sit there and be like, yeah. 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 I'm like, Kim in that moment was like, yeah, no, I don't trust that one at all. I don't trust that one at all. But so then we see Alyssa talking to Aaron, and she's like, look, oh, wait, no, we get a group conversation. We get the group conversations.
Yep.
Because two groups have split off against each other. You have Claudia, Rob, Jamil, Nick, and Miranda. They're all out in the water, and they're talking, and they're kind of just like, yeah, that old lady is something else. She is a barracuda. She got to go. And then they all turn and look over where Kim is with the rest of the group, and Kim is like, it's the second time they all turned around and looked over here.
They're all a group. We got to do something.
They really didn't think Kim was going to be as smart as she is now, did they?
No, they thought she was just some regular old lady who don't know nothing about nothing, who just here to have a good time.
Nope.
Like,
not in this case.
You know,
like I say, this old lady is not your average old lady. She's a gamer who came to play the game. And so she's like, they looking over here again, y'all. So then it's Kim, it's Alyssa, it's Dawson, it's Jordan.
Yep.
And I think that was it. I think that was it over there on that side. In that moment.
Stephanie?
I don't know if Stephanie, she might have been there. Amy could have been there.
I don't think, Amy was there, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Amy.
Oh, yeah, because Amy's the one that's like, put your hands in, because Dawson is like, oh my God, are we making an alliance?
And he's like, put this finger in, and Alyssa was like, put your finger down. We don't want people to know we're doing something.
What are we doing here? No.
So, put your hand down. What's wrong with you? I was like, yes, Alyssa, like, get them together. Gather them, please. Like, no. And so it was interesting to see the two dynamics and the two groups talking. But then Alyssa's like, you know what? I see what's happening. I see the two groups forming, and I need to make sure that I look out for me. And I was like, okay, Alyssa, what you got? What you doing? So she goes and she pulls Aaron, and she's like, hey, look, I just like genuine people, and I think you're a genuine person. I feel your soul, and I kind of just want to, I trust you. I just want to build deep personal relationships with people here. And Aaron's like, yeah, because that's all we got. And she's like, yeah, that's all we got. And she's giving him her little eyes, and he's kind of like, I like her. I like her a lot. I was like, girl, make him like you, girl. He probably don't get a lot of girls who look like Alyssa talking about something. I want to be your friend. And he's like, yeah, yes. I was like, oh, she is hook, line, and sinker in this boy quickly.
Good for her.
Good for her. Good for her indeed. But then we go to the competition, because really I don't think there was a lot more conversation before that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go to the competition. So they're going to break off in groups of two. One is going to be the hunter. One is going to be the gatherer. And they're going to, whoever the hunter is has to go out into the jungle, climb these trees, and collect all of these arrows. And to make it even interesting, the banker has put a personal offer on each tree, $20,000 for the person to get it if they want to get it. But it's up at the top. So you got to go and collect all of these arrows plus the personal offer.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you get all your arrows, you can run back to your person who is the hunter. The gatherer is the one who gathers all things. The hunter is the one who's going to shoot these crossbows at the highest number in the cases. Like you can, and the two bottom people will be up for elimination. And if you don't shoot your arrows, if you miss every shot, you're automatically in the bottom. But
I will say,
yes,
in terms of actual design, this is a very interesting challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love
it. It's entirely about speed, but also if you run out of arrows first, all everyone else has to do is hit a target and they're fine. But also, if you are the last person to hit nothing, you lose. It's a game of speed, but also reasonable calculated risk.
And
Which,
that's what the banker was testing on.
intelligent design from a show like this, just casually outpacing most reality shows, is pretty impressive, all things considered.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, because like you say, it definitely designed it to be either it is about speed, who can get in, come back first, but it's about strategy. Like, when do I shoot? Do I just shoot right away? Do I wait to see what other people are doing? If I wait and I only have like 3 or 4 arrows, if I miss, I'm at risk of losing a big target that I could have hit because somebody hit it first. It's a lot of proponents that went into this challenge, and I appreciated it for that. I thought it was a good challenge, actually. I enjoyed it. But the teams were ended up picking randomly by picking out these sleeves out of the thing. So the teams ended up being Rob and Aaron, Dawson and Jordan, Stephanie and Amy.
Nick, I
No,
believe it was Stephanie and Nick,
Say-
unless I
say-
wrote the teams down wrong.
no, that might have been right. Stephanie and Nick, probably right. Stephanie and Nick, Claudia and Jamil, um, Alyssa and Kim,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Miranda and Amy.
Miranda and Amy. Right. So there's the teams, and I had a huge problem with this with Boston Rob in this moment because I was like, "What are you thinking? What is your problem? Why would you send Aaron to go climb a tree?"
I mean, it's just, and we see Aaron struggling horribly.
For the first arrow.
Everyone leaves with arrows before Aaron can get one.
Alyssa leaves with arrows before Aaron, and she got every single arrow and the personal offer. And she leaves before Aaron. I was like, what?
No one ever said Rob was smart.
I'm like, when they said what the challenge was, I was like, Rob is definitely going to climb this tree because he is not going to be smart, silly enough to let Aaron go climb a tree, right? Because he could possibly hit a target before climbing a tree, right? No.
No.
In my mind, I honestly think Boston Rob was like, I want to do the climactic thing
Yep.
of shooting the bow.
Oh,
And
I
that's all
want to
they
be
thought
the
about.
hero of the. I want
The
to be the
hero
hero
of the group. Mm-hmm.
And I guess, I mean, he did end up doing that.
I'm about to say, in hindsight, I guess it worked out for them. But on paper, at the initial start, that is not who you think you go send to climb a tree.
And then the way Aaron comes back with 3 arrows, and Rob is just like, "Are you kidding? Only 3?" It's like, yes, because you sent this scrawny ass man to climb a tree, Rob. That's why you did this to yourself.
Anyone could have told you this was going to happen.
Anybody, everybody.
You've been on 8 other seasons of a reality show to the point where you got pretty damn good aim.
Because I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But whatever. So what happens? Claudia gets, Jamil goes, climbs, gets 4. He comes back. Claudia knocks that thing. That's 750K out right on first shot.
Yeah.
Pew! I was like, okay, Claudia. All right, Miss Queen of the Crossbow. I see you.
Right.
Claudia just grabs it and is like, I'm going to go relax back there. I'll see y'all in like 30 minutes.
Right.
Literally.
Like, anybody need some extra bowls? Because we got extra.
Oh, I love when she was like, her taunting everyone, I thought was very entertaining. But
it was very entertaining. But I was like, okay. But we get Claudia and Jamil with 750. We get a 400. We get a 450. We get a 300.
Yeah.
then it comes down to Rob and Kim, the last two to start shooting to get their arrows and start shooting. Kim has 9 arrows to shoot. Oh, 10 arrows.
She had all 10.
Yeah, she had all 10 arrows to shoot. And she missed them all.
Every
single one of them. And I was like, oh no.
Did we expect Kim to be the comp beast of this season?
Comp beast, no, but I at least wanted her to hit a target. Any target.
She was close several times.
She was never close.
She was, at least once.
That thing was going here and there and underneath and over and off to the side. She was never close to hitting it. Like, she never scraped by. She never tapped it. She never touched it. She's like me. I would have been that in the crossbow because I can't shoot a crossbow. That would have been me. I'd have been like, oh no. Well, Julie, okay. But my Kim, my dear sweet Kim, she missed them all 10 of them. I'm so glad Alyssa got the personal offer so she can have some money when she, because baby girl was not.
2 people now with money walking out of this game.
Which I mean,
Kim got the personal offer last week.
Absolutely.
The impressive thing is, though, obviously this game is about blowing a bunch of money. Literally, the tagline was up to 200 million.
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa got $20,000 for climbing the tree a little higher than she would have needed to for the challenge.
Yep.
When can I get on? I can do that. Just give me 20,000. God.
Right. I would be perfectly happy with $20,000 and leaving that show. Thank you. Because I didn't come with $20,000. Am I going to be able to retire and be living comfortably my whole life? No. But I'll have a moment where I know all my bills are paid and I can get some extra stuff that I needed. So I'll take that $20,000. I will take it. But so then it comes down to Rob, and he has his 3 arrows, and he's shooting. He's going for the 1.5 million. He was like, I'm spending my 3 on this 1.5 million, the tiniest target on the board. And he shoots his first 2, miss. And he shoots his last one and nails it.
Of course.
Nails
the 1.5 million.
Absolutely.
Because he's fucking Boston Rob.
Yeah.
It's oh God, okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it was a little suspicious, but it was a little suspicious.
A little suspicious.
I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely easy to fabricate that if you just have another arrow that's just pointed through a little wire. But good for him. Good for him immediately smashing it.
I mean, we could have had a different. We've seen Survivor do, the people who run the challenge before the actual people run the challenge and hit the targets or whatever. We could have just did an easy, quick edit, somebody else hit that target and then go back to Rob. Yeah, it could be, but I'm not gonna say it is because I don't know for sure. Allegedly.
Everything is alleged information.
Absolutely.
It would be a really, really good storyline.
Absolutely. Very good story. So Rob and Aaron win the challenge. They hit the 1.5 million. Yay. Kim and Alyssa are at the bottom because they hit nothing. Alyssa's a little upset, but she's faking it very well, I will say. In her confessional, she's very sassy. She hit nothing. She hit nothing. I got all these arrows and she hit nothing. What did I do this for? I know she's probably all this work and what did it get me?
Truly, honestly, and genuinely.
Why did I do it? She is feeling that. That is the epitome of that right now. But Kim is I know it's okay. They're probably gonna send me. It's okay. But it's it's not over till it's over. It's not over till it's over. So she's being very she's very comforting towards Kim, and trying to make sure she's okay. But in her mind, she's like, yeah, it's not me. So, but she's gonna go to work. She's gonna go make sure it's not her. So when we get back to the camp, she goes and who she talks to first, Aaron, and she's like, hey, and he's like, girl, you safe. You ain't gotta worry about it. And she's like, I mean, I just want to talk. I know. I mean, you're not putting me in that. No, he's like, of course not. And they laughing about it. And Nick is over there, like, they invite Nick over. And he's like, what you thinking? He's like, oh, she's safe. She's safe. In that moment, Rob.
Nick, good to see you again.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got airtime this episode.
Nice to see you, Nick. At that same time, Rob and Jamil and Claudia are standing out in the water. And he's like, what is he over there talking about? What is he over there talking about? Uh-oh, let me go fix it. Because we hadn't talked, and I need to make sure he not saying nothing. So Rob goes and like, Aaron, can we have a little talk?
The chastising of Aaron in this moment, I was just like, I don't get this. Because Rob wanted to put Kim in.
But you have to understand, Logan. Rob was going to be the one to make that call, not Aaron. Like, Rob's the one with seniority. Of course he's going to make the call. And Aaron doing what makes logical sense in this situation is unreasonable because he didn't confirm it with Rob first.
I mean, they won as a team. They should make the decisions as a team. And Aaron is already telling people that they safe without Rob's permission. And so Rob is like, no. We need to talk about this first. Oh no, it made no sense because both of y'all was thinking the same thing. So it really made no sense in the first place.
I really hate Rob. I'm going to be honest. I just do. And he's really taking away from my enjoyment of this show. And I am enjoying it still. I'm just like, none of us asked for this. We don't need this.
I mean, unfortunately, this is always what happens when you have one reality TV star and a cast full of newbies, even though some people here can't be fully considered newbies if we consider online things. Like, of course, the one with supposed seniority is going to be the one to be like, actually, I'm the one calling the shots, and actually, I should be the one in control here, which is fun. But I mean, he also fucking has immunity and plot armor for like probably half the series because of course he does. Why couldn't we have just had like someone else?
It could have been anybody else, but anyway. So he tells Aaron not to do that again. Don't tell her. We'll make the decisions together. Aaron's like, okay. Aaron is looking at him like you were looking at Logan and feeling like, what? But okay, sure, whatever. But it was always gonna be Kim. We knew it was gonna be Kim. They knew it was gonna be Kim. We get to the temple, and shocker to nobody, it's Kim. Like,
wow.
What?
Do you mean to tell me Alyssa was safe this whole time?
You mean to tell me that the several scenes we saw of Kim in the preseason trailers in this blue dress didn't tell me that when she walked into the dealer's temple in this blue dress, that she wasn't going to be playing Deal or No Deal tonight? That's the other thing. They are literally spoiling full moments of this show on commercials all over everything online.
Yeah.
I feel like they need, I'm giving it grace. This is their first season. So I'm going to give it some grace. They'll learn. I think everybody's first season, you'd be like, why are y'all doing this? We know what's happening because you didn't cover it up well, or you didn't do it well, or you didn't produce this well. So I'm going to give it grace this first time around.
Yeah. And the difference here with this Deal or No Deal, Kim only has 12 cases?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think there's a hidden rule here that is just going to stay constant throughout the show. The amount of cases brought in by everyone during the challenge, if they're in duos, it's just going to be matched on the other side. So when they're all individual again, it's going to be a larger game. If they're paired in duos, it's going to be a smaller game, which, makes sense.
Makes sense.
What other cases would they have gotten? But I mean, it's a weird round where it jumps from 750 to 50K, and that's like the lowest possible case.
On the right side.
On the right. I mean, we got 50K, 300, 400, 450, 750, and then 1.5.
And there were other amounts that everyone could have shot down on the other side of the board.
They just didn't. Yeah,
So.
and so they matched those 6 cases with the other 6 cases from a penny to $400 or $500. So I was like, oh, well, this is actually not as hard or as difficult. This is probably an easier board than what Aaron had last week, right off the gate, out the gate. And
it's easier, but there's a bit less room for error.
Yes,
on this one.
Absolutely.
And I mean, we were talking about it last week when we talked about the premiere, Lana, and like how much are people going to game this sort of like deal or no deal thing where you have to take the deal, or you don't necessarily have to take the deal, but when is a good time to take a deal? Mm-hmm. I think we saw that on display with what Kim did in this deal or no deal game, which I thought was a masterful way to go about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of all over the place with, she knocks out some big amounts. She knocks out some small amounts. Her first offer was what, like 124 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
123,000 because she knocked out 3 big ones, 3 small ones. Like, I was like, that's an equal board.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh my God, you should take the deal. You should take the deal. I mean, she could have, and we all know now she would have been fine. She could have taken any deal and she would have been fine.
This actually is very interesting because the first 2 things she knocks out is the penny and the $1.
Yep.
She has the 100. The only way after those first 2 cases are knocked out that she loses is she goes to the end of the game and takes the final deal and takes her case over anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Kim was safe essentially no matter what happened, as long as she didn't try to be ultra greedy, which is part of the game, but also kind of funny as shit. Because they're like, oh, this whole dramatic moment, and literally within 2 minutes, they immediately know nothing else matters.
Yeah. So.
My thing is, it's interesting watching this deal as the game played on. The difference between last week and this week, and how everybody was very encouraging, very like, oh, Aaron, we're going to help you. And this week, nothing. We got Amy, Dawson, Jordan, and Stephanie. We're like, all right, Kim. Yay, Kim. You can do this. The rest of them, nothing. They were looking around, hoping when she would knock out big numbers, they smiling. When she would knock out small numbers, they were frowning. I was like,
I just need to know, what did Kim do to Claudia?
Here's the thing, and this is where I was like annoyed with Miss Claudia, because baby, you went in there and trying to talk to Kim. You have not talked to Kim this entire time. But the minute you realize she might make the decision of who goes home, you decide to go talk to her. And Kim clocked you on that. And Kim was like, she is only talking to me because she don't want to go home. And I don't want to tell her that she at the top of my list because she is part of Rob's Minion group. But I don't want to tell her that. So I'm just going to entertain this conversation a little bit until she walks away, or I walk away, or I finish unpacking my stuff and go take a shower. Like, she was just like, and Kim is doing her dramatics because Kim ain't crying for real. We saw that she wasn't crying. And Claudia clocked her on that and was like, ain't a tear out of her eyes. She is an actress. And I was like, yes, she is an actress. But I still love her. And Kim was like, I think it's gonna be me, and I'm so scared. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna be okay, and I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna go take my shower. I think it was because Kim understood that Claudia was being fake, and I think Claudia understood that Kim was being fake, and they just not gelling. Sometimes people just don't gel. It just wasn't gelling with them. Claudia wants Kim gone. Kim knows Claudia wants her gone. And Kim wants Claudia gone, and Claudia knows Kim wants her gone. It's just a but baby, Claudia was not there for Kim. And she was kind of just like, I was like, Claudia, where's all that information that you was dealing out and doling out to Aaron last week about what deal is good deal and what deal? She was trying to make Kim take a deal, even though we knew, even if she took the deal, she still would have won. But she was trying to make it like, oh, that's a great deal.
That's a great deal, Kim. You should really take that deal. No deal.
And she was like, that's dumb. And Kim I was like, Kim says, well, I hope Claudia is wrong. And Claudia's like, that's disrespectful. I was like, where? Where was the disrespect? She wanted you to be wrong because she's trying to win.
Might I remind you that, like, she's trying to make money for the group and in a potential situation for you, Claudia. And B, she's not trying to go home herself.
I was just like, that was not disrespectful. I was like, stop doing that. Don't do that, Claudia. I'm with you because I root for everybody black.
Yeah.
I'm always going to root for everybody black. But baby girl, don't do that because that ain't what this is and that ain't what we doing right now because you ain't right all the way through either. So, but
how dare Kim not make the worst offer possible in eliminating
how
herself?
dare she play her own game when her game is up against, or when she's her back against the wall? How dare she?
How dare you? How dare you come on the game and
how dare you? I cannot believe on maybe her daughter's birthday that you would drag her through the mud like this.
How dare you?
There's a chance.
How dare you?
Now, where's Angie Rockstar on Deal or No Deal Island?
Work.
Yes.
I would love that.
Work. But yeah, so Claudia's upset with Kim. Kim goes on. Oh, I didn't put up banner at all.
It's fine.
But Kim bottom two. Rob Aaron.
We're already way beyond the bottom. We're way beyond it.
I know. That's why I'm just putting it up for the facts. Anyway, so Kim wins her deal, by the way. She has a good deal.
Go Kim.
Go Kim. I'm still standing Kim on this podcast for me. So yes, go Kim. Kim wins. And 3 people are very, very nervous. And everybody else is kind of like, Claudia, Jamil, Nick, all kind of like, what is happening? Who she gonna pick? And I knew the second it happened. I was like, well, I know who she picking.
Yeah.
Bye,
Jamil. Literally the only information that we got about Jamil through this episode was that if he wins enough money, maybe he can get back with his wife. That is it. That is everything we learn about him, which, like, oh my God, that is a horrible edit. I'm not even gonna lie.
I hope she saw him on this show and saw the way that he talked about her and never even considers getting back with him. Because the way he talked about her, I was like, I feel so bad for his ex-wife.
I mean, the way he made her look like the only way she would come back to him is if he had $1 million is kind of gross. Because honestly, it was a reason she left you in the first place, and you even admitted you were not a good husband. So if you were not a good husband with no money, you with money don't mean you go automatically turn into a good husband. I was utterly turned off and confused by that. I was like, What you mean she only coming back to you if you got $1 million? Like, money is the reason she left you? No, it wasn't money that is the reason she
Clearly,
left
you
you.
messed up something.
Clearly, you were a bad husband, and she took your kids and left. And now you're talking about money is going to be the only reason that she comes. No, and I hope she doesn't come back either. I was like,
No, thank you.
no, thank you. But even after all of that, Claudia is like, I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her for you. I'm going to get her for you. And I was like, get her for what? Like, I can understand
What
if you're.
did she do to you?
I can understand that y'all friends. You like, my friend is leaving. That's sad for me. But she was like, it just seems ugly the way she did that. And I was like, no. What we not gonna do is make that to be ugly. It was not an ugly decision why Kim picked Jamil. It was a game decision why Kim picked Jamil. And you know, I would be the first person to call out some foolery and some shenanigans if some shenanigans and some foolery was happening. But that was not that. That was, Jamil was clearly not on Kim's agenda, and Kim wanted to surround herself with people who are going to be on the agenda of that she is on, which is to try to get out Rob before it gets too late, because she sees how he plays and she knows how he plays. And Jamil was not with that program. So if you're not with my program, you're against my program. And if you're against my program, you're against me. And if you're against me, I need you to go. And that is what that was with Kim. And I was like, y'all not finna act like, you're not finna make this into something that it ain't. It wasn't ugly. It wasn't malicious. It was game. And I'm going to say that coming from me. But Claudia just had some personal issues with Kim. They just don't gel. I don't know why. They just don't gel.
Party,
yeah. Next episode, another challenge, another reason for people to be mad at Kim.
I was like, is that this season? That's what this season's gonna be?
That's what this season is gonna be. Yeah.
But okay. You know what? I'm here for it, because if I know anybody who's gonna stand their ground and stand their own, it's Kim.
And you know what it's giving? Main character energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving people oppressed for no reason. It's giving queen of the island. Also, I meant to bring this up last week, and I fully talked about it at the start of the episode and then never brought it up again. That yacht that they keep showing in the ocean, that's 100% CGI, right? Like, there's no way that's a real, because it looks fake.
I honestly can't tell. It may just be generally the lighting. I think you are on the money, though, that it is fake and or photoshopped in.
Like, it has to be like generative fill, right? I'm like, this cannot be this is not a real yacht.
I need to quickly, just while we have time, look it up in the meantime, because I need to remember what this fucking yacht looks like. It will take me 30 seconds.
And I love that every time Joe has the iPhone, there's nothing on the screen.
It's off.
It's off.
Nothing is dead.
There's nothing happening on this iPhone. You think you're getting signal on this island?
Right.
You have 5G Apple signal on this island? No. I'm like, this show is so unserious in that way, and I kind of love it for that reason. But yeah.
Absolutely. I can't, I'm trying to stall so Jack can see.
I know. I'm also like,
it decided to load The Voice instead of Deal or No Deal Island for like 2 seconds, and I haven't made an ad, so we're gonna leave this to next time.
Next time we'll talk about. We'll make sure we talk about it next time, and we'll have an answer for you.
We'll get a little picture up, like. We're going to go frame by frame to figure out if the ship could ever have actually been in that water.
I don't think I'm going to be going frame by frame, but Jack, if you want to do that in your spare time that you have,
Go
By
ahead.
all
know
means,
what? Yeah.
Darling, to the angel of life, go for it, and I support you in that.
Absolutely.
But I will not be going frame by frame on this.
No. But you know what we will be doing? We will be saying, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us and be with us as we talk about Deal or No Deal. We'll be back next week, same time, same panel probably. Who knows? And we'll be talking Deal or No Deal Island. Hit the subscribe button to this channel. And hit the subscribe button over at the Cup Pod and at the Cup ESC. Do all the things. I'm going to put the banner back up because we take it down because we don't want to cover up Aaron, but I'll put it up back now. Follow us on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok because we have funny moments, so we'll put them up there. And then you can follow the three of us as well if you want. We do some things. We put some things out there. You can keep scrolling down. Get your cup merch. All of those things. Cup mugs or cup merch, anything. And yeah, that's it. We're done. We'll be back next week. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
You know, in defense of Aaron, the system to actually bring it up looked complicated enough to where I wouldn't be able to get up there. I wouldn't be able to get up there if it was a ladder, but that's like besides the point.
True. True. Goodbye.